Hey everybody, Amanda Olson, Master Mom here. And today on the Daytime Tri-City show, I was talking about when you're at odds with your teenager. And I think that's a pretty good topic. 5 minutes really isn't enough time to work through that, but there are some tips on there. Because of some different things going on politically and in the media, the show's been preempted by the impeachment hearings. So I thought I would take a little time just to give those tips because I know some of you were looking forward to hearing them. And the main thing is, you're going to have conflict with your teenager. You're going to have them trying to become their own person, and you want that. You want them to become their own person. You want them to be independent and independent thinkers and become responsible for themselves. Uh, but you don't always see the eye to eye on that. What you think is right and what they think is right, when they're 17 isn't always the same. And that's okay. It's okay to have different opinions and um, trying to find out what they believe, what they want to be when they grow up, all those kind of things. That is okay. But what's not okay is when it turns into a big argument and the eye rolling and the door slamming and the yelling and you don't understand me and this sort of thing. When that starts to happen, it's not respectful behavior. It's certainly not mature behavior. So we want to really not allow that. And one of the ways as parents and adults that we can do that is by not getting on their level, by not yelling back, or, by us slamming the door or rolling our eyes or saying, you're never going out again, and making, unrealistic claims and things like that. So as the parent, when they get in that mood, do your very, very best to stay calm, stay in control. You can talk to them and say, I appreciate that you have an opinion. I appreciate that you have something that you want to say. Let's calm down and, both of us calm down and let's talk about it. Let's see where we can find some common ground and how we can work this out together. So you remain the adult, you remain the authority and staying in control of your emotions. And that way you can help teach your teen that that's a better way to communicate with others. So when they are out in the real world and they have a disagreement with a friend or another teacher or another authority figure, they understand that if I want things to go well for me, if I want things to go my way, if I want to be heard, I can't do it by screaming and yelling and acting like a 9-year-old. So by keeping in control yourself, you can teach them to be in control of their emotions. We do have to remember that they are going through a whole lot, physically and emotionally, but that doesn't mean that they get to be disrespectful and disobedient. We have to keep them in check in those terms. They're not allowed to yell at you and call you names and slam the door. That's inappropriate. When they do that, if they do that, call them out on it. Say, come here, have a seat, let's sit at the table, or let's sit on the couch, or let's take a walk and let's talk this out. And they may not want to talk about it. They may be too upset. Give them a little time to calm down and say, okay, are you ready? Let's have this conversation. And that's okay too. And trust me, I have a 30-year-old and a 27-year-old, and they are awesome. I love seeing them every day. But we did have our challenges as teens too, and I feel good about the way our family went through that. Like I said, I want them to be their own person. When they're 7, I need to tell them everything that they need to do. When they're 11, I need to tell them everything that they need to do. Even when they're 13, I need to be telling them everything they need to do. But when they start getting to 15, 16, 17, they really do need to start developing what are their convictions, what are their things that they want to be, what kind of impact do they want to have on the world. And we have to respect that because they are their own person, and there's a way to get get through those times where maybe you disagree, or they're just trying to figure stuff out and they're not mad at you. They're just frustrated with their own feelings and their own emotions and things that they're going with at school or work. So just kind of keep that in mind. Stay in control of your own emotions. Breathe, count to 10, and try to work it out together. It's one of those things that when you get through it, like Amy was saying on the show today, she goes, when you get through that, every parent should have a t-shirt that said, "I survived the teenage years." And that may not be a bad idea. It seems like we do need some kind of award for making it through, and producing and helping create a responsible, independent, productive member of society. That's quite an accomplishment as a parent. So good luck. Please write me if you have any questions. Amanda at askmastermom.com. Of course, you can stop by the studio, Olson's Martial Arts, and we can have a chat about what might be going on. Be happy to talk to you. And if I don't have the answers, I know a lot of people who have a lot of resources that can help you. So you guys have a great day. I hope you get to see the segment. Sounds like it's probably going to be next week with all the stuff going on in the media, but I'm still here. So talk to you soon. Amanda Olson, Master Mom.